Hello, and welcome to RPG, or Real People Gaming, where we sit around and play games while talking about real people things, real issues. Today, you're watching my wife play Monster Hunter, and we're going to be talking about depression. Depression has always been an issue with a lot of people. Since before it was ever diagnosed as a real problem, it has been a real problem.
Big monster.
Much like this game we're playing, depression is a very big monster. It's something that many people deal with, and many people don't know how to truly live with it. You may not know this, but I am the son of a child, couple, and family therapist. That doesn't mean I am myself a therapist, and by no means should my advice be taken above that of a real licensed therapist, but I do have some experience with depression. I have spent most of my entire life dealing with it, and as of recent years, it has reared its ugly head to take a big bite out of me once again. Now, the worst thing that I've heard people say is that depression isn't real. It's just being overly sad or something along those lines. I've actually been told that before, that you're not depressed, you're just sad. And that's not the case. Depression is real. And for those of you that don't know what depression is like, this is the best way I can explain it. Depression is like fighting for everything. Depression is waking up in the morning and having to physically fight yourself and your brain to get out of bed, or even to open your eyes sometimes. Depression is not wanting to eat because it's too much work, because you don't know if you can even do it. You don't know if you can walk all the way into the kitchen, prepare whatever food it is, put it in the microwave or the oven, and finish it. You don't know if you can do that, so you fight yourself every step of the way. Sometimes it's as simple as, I'm not really feeling it, and sometimes it's as deep as, I don't even know if I'm doing it right. I don't know if I've been doing anything right. And then you dip into this spiral where life just feels wrong, where everything around you doesn't feel right. Like you're walking through a fog. Everything around you seems perfectly normal, except it's coming at you too fast or too slow. You're not prepared, you're not ready, you're not capable. But you want to know a secret? You are. And I know that for a fact. And it might be hard to hear that, especially when you are depressed, but you are capable. And to prove it, you're here. You're listening to this right now. You've lived every day since. Whether you have depression or not, you did it. You made it to this point. And that alone should make you feel proud. My depression started when I was a kid. I had a lot of real big issues I'm not going to get into here, but needless to say, it was no fun. But depression isn't meant to be fun. It's not meant to be easy. It's not meant to be anything. It just is. As I mentioned earlier, it's gotten pretty bad in recent years, and a lot of that is because I was very recently diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis, and that doesn't sound too bad. You know, a lot of people have rheumatoid arthritis, and a lot of people deal with it just fine. The depressing part is I'm 29. I'm not even 30. And I have a debilitating disease that makes me not able to do the job I love. See, I was a carpenter, and I was a damn good carpenter. And I loved it. It was the one thing I wanted to do with my life. Until I just started to hurt. It got so bad that sometimes I couldn't move. Sometimes I would roll over in my sleep and have so much pain course through my body I couldn't sleep for days on end. I couldn't eat really without feeling pain. It was tough, but I know it's just RA, you know? Everybody, well, not everybody, but everybody who gets it, they're generally okay. They live lives, they're productive. But I'll never be able to do the work I love. Not really. I mean, even if I manage it, that doesn't mean the pain will be gone. It doesn't mean life will go back to the way it was before. I have a son, just started school this year. I can't even run around and play with him anymore. I can't pick him up like I used to. There are some days where I can't even get out of bed. So yeah, I'm depressed. Or at least I was. I was for a really long time. And then someone I love very dearly, my beautiful wife, she sat me down and we talked about it. I told her why I was depressed, why life wasn't very good at the moment. And she understood me. She listened. She talked me through everything I was feeling. She told me that everything was going to be okay, whether I believed it at that moment or not. And it was very hard to believe, especially early on, but as the days went by and I had some good days, I had some bad days, I realized that my depression wasn't holding me back. I was holding on to my depression because it felt it was justified. I felt, yeah, I'm allowed to be depressed. Life is bad. I'm constantly in pain and I can't do the things I love, but sometimes you've got to kick yourself in the butt. You've got to look at yourself and say, hey, enough. It's time to get up. It's time to do something. And that doesn't mean that you can just get over your depression. That's not a thing. Depression doesn't go away. It's not something that's gone as soon as you realize it's there, or something that is there sometimes and not there other times. Depression is a constant. It's a state of being, if you will. It's a routine. It's a thing that you know you have to deal with every day. Like putting your shoes on, or wearing underwear, taking a shower, brushing your teeth. It's a routine. And no, honestly, it doesn't get easier. I hate to say it, but it doesn't. But it does get manageable. Once you find the things that really dig deep into that depression, you learn to avoid them. Or at least confront them. My pain is a big issue, but with medication and enough time resting, I can move around. I'm fine, you know? I'm not perfect. Nobody is, but I'm still okay, and I can still do stuff. I'm not out there every day building houses like I wish I was, but I can still do some things. I can play games with my wife. I can play games with my son. I can pet my dog. Occasionally, on a good day, I can wrestle. And as for bad days where life is the worst thing that could have possibly happened to you, on those days, I take time for me. I don't do the things I'm normally supposed to do, I guess. I don't do chores. I don't do big projects or anything of the sort. I just do me. I sit down and I play a game I want to play. I go outside and I breathe in the air. I fight a big winged dragon. But on those days, you know, take some time. Do things you enjoy. Don't let yourself get stuck in a rut. I know it's hard. Oh my god, is it hard to even want to do anything. Like, what is even the point? And that's exactly the reason why you need days for you. It's exactly the reason why you need time. Why you need your time and your stuff. Because find the things that don't make you depressed and do those for a day. Yeah, things will get backed up, but don't stress about it. That's a problem for another year, for another day. And if you have people around who support you, well, all the better. Find them and tell them, hey, I'm having a bad day. I'm just gonna sit down and do nothing for a while. And if you need help, ask. That's one of the biggest issues people with depression have. We get this mindset that we deserve it for some reason, that something we've done in the past is the reason we're like this, or something that is wrong with us is the reason we're this way, but that's not the case. Depression isn't your fault. It's your life. And the sooner you stop blaming yourself and start realizing that there are people out there who care about you. People like me. I don't know you. Never met you. I'm probably never going to show you my face. But I do care. Because I understand. Because I've been through it too. Because every day I wake up and it's hard. Every day I wake up and I don't know whether to cry or get up. But just knowing that someone's there sometimes, well, Sometimes that helps. This being our first video, I think it's probably going to be pretty short, so I think I'm going to wrap up here. I will leave you with some final words. Enjoy yourself. Take time for you. Do things you enjoy. Do things that challenge you sometimes. It's okay. You don't always have to win. Just try. This has been Real People Gaming. Thank you for listening.